fight commentary breakdowns here. Influencer has the white shirt. He's got 400,000. Sorry, did I say 400,000? Sorry, 4 million. 4 million followers. And he's taking on Lei Lao Shi, who's a Kung Fu guy we've featured before. Now, the Kung Fu guy trains at a Muay Thai gym. So, he spars, right? So, look at him throwing these, like, almost hammer-like fists, right? Ooh, ouch. There's a big size difference, right? And a reach difference. But he telegraphs his kicks. It's something that we've seen. Look at that. Look at that. He used a jump kick as a feint to throw his sort of hammer / whatever fists, right? Ooh. He keeps getting his leg caught too. His kicks are very telegraphed. So his kicks don't work unless he's using them to feint for other strikes, right? So interesting approach. His hands definitely have not learned to stick to his face, especially when you have kickboxing gloves. Use them to protect your face. So this influencer doesn't really train, from my understanding. So he's doing very well. He's doing very well. But I do like using kicks and step-ins for that little hammer fist, right? That's the only thing that the Kung Fu guy really has. So, okay, he did a leg kick. Oh, that was a leg kick to a kick with the other leg to the body. But look at that. He keeps getting his leg caught. Look at this. So, he's trying that double kick again, almost like Taekwondo fashion, right? I just don't get, like, you can see these, like, psigua type punches from a mile away. I guess you would call them haymakers, right? But, he finally connected with sort of a jab. Yeah, no strength in his kicks either. Okay, that was pretty good. Side kick to the leg on the street, maybe kick to the knee, right? So, guys, we will watch this in slow motion because these clips are always sped up. I don't know why. So, this, again, is our influencer. Again, he claims that he has 400,000 followers. And what's really funny, look at that. They sign with their fingerprints. So he said more than 10 years ago, he trained for a few months, but he hasn't trained a lot now. Now he's a dad, or he's about to, he's a dad with 2 kids. So he wants to be a role model. He wants to teach them that sometimes you got to fight. But you're also teaching them to fight people smaller than you, right? I don't know if fighting this Kung Fu guy is the complete correct thing to do for your kids to watch. It's like, look, daddy fought a guy way smaller who trains half bullshito, right? Half. So again, the ref / the coach who always puts his people in, right, to test them, to get them real experience. He's just emphasizing this is a 4 million follower influencer. So, all right, here we go. Let's watch it in slow motion. Again, it's mentioning that the Kung Fu guy, blue shin pads, right? He's got some stuff, but oof, that hit really hurt in slow motion. But his kicks are just too telegraphed. Look at that. His kicks are so telegraphed. Oh, I like that though. So at least he knows his ranges, right? He knows his punch range, right? He knows he's got to get in, especially against a taller guy. It just, unfortunately, he hits a lot of strikes when he's entering and exiting. And in general, his kicks are ineffective. So the side kick, his step-in side kick has potential, but I don't think he has like a combo with it yet. His spin kicks are very bad. His spinning back fist also never lands. We've seen in previous fights when he throws those, I don't think they've ever been too effective. So it's almost like he's spinning himself dizzy. But again, I do like those hammer fists, man. I do like those hammer fists. I feel like maybe there's ways, like he never throws more than one hammer fist. There's got to be some way. Like, for example, with that spinning back fist he did, maybe he can do a spinning downward hammer fist. There's got to be a way to link some hammer fists together. I feel like that would help him. Again, we're just trying to work with what he has, right? That's this sort of double kick. And I think if he has some combos that involve multiple hammer fists, he might be able to stand a chance. So another double kick right there. Another double kick. So like, for example, maybe if you hammer fist and double kick or something, or I don't know, he's got to work on his combos more. So very telegraphed. You see how telegraphed his kicks are? And he got it caught. And then, geez. Jumping out of the way of a kick is not working for him, right? He needs to learn how to check kicks. That's another thing. So check kicks or catch them. That was one of my favorite parts. His side kick, if this were someone you didn't like, just kick him in the knee, right? Kick the knee sideways. So yeah, that was the end of the match, man. Hope you guys enjoyed this. One thing to acknowledge that I will admit I'm changing my mind on is that those hammer-like strikes that the Kung Fu guy did, they didn't really seem to do much damage, huh? And this is something that a lot of you mentioned in another Kung Fu video I featured. Now, that being said, could it be a little bit because of the gloves? And also, I feel like those strikes are more meant for the neck or some other sensitive area that maybe you can't really hit when you're fighting in the ring. Still though, they don't do as much damage as I thought they would. So you guys let me know what you think about that. And this guy Lei Lao Shi, I'll try to find more matches. Question about him is, since he's training at a Muay Thai gym, why doesn't he just adopt more Muay Thai? Maybe it's just part of his shtick, right? Just like how Qilala could honestly fight maybe a little better if he adopted more boxing stuff, but he doesn't, right? It's just part of his shtick. It could be like that. Anyways, guys, a lot more to come. This influencer, I don't think he's fight related. So I just want to make that clear. So whoever trained him did a pretty good job, right? He held his own. Fight Commentary Breakdowns out.